By now, I think we all know obesity in America has reached an all-time high. Well, we recently met up with someone who said no more. Ronnie Jr. is an up-and-coming TV and radio personality who pushed the fad diets aside and took control of his life with, are you ready for this? Exercise.
Yeah, it's the new 96.1 Hip Hop. Be my Ronnie Jr. enjoying my Sunday afternoon as usual.
Rising radio and TV personality Ronnie Jr. never let his obesity get in the way of his career until one day he realized his weight might be holding him back.
I've always been overweight. It's always been a struggle. Oddly for me, I found it as something I could get confident in. I was one of those few people that was heavy but was still the life of the party. In fact, the heavier I was, the more I felt compelled to be, you know, the guy making jokes and self-deprecating humor or whatever. So I fell into it, I got comfortable with it, and as the years went by, I got too comfortable with it. So I really got pretty damn heavy, and it was a tough time, yeah. I pretty much was always battling 285, 300, 305. You know, that was kind of my ballpark. The Latino community and overweight and being heavy is just part of what you are, you know what I mean? There's always food, there's always menudo, pozole, you know, you're always having these big family gatherings. Everybody is consumed with just being comfortable with themselves, you know? It's a really cool thing that people are so comfortable, but it could definitely be looked at as a Hispanic thing for sure.
But Ronnie eventually became uncomfortable with his weight and began making poor decisions in order to drop the pounds.
There was times where, especially within this industry, I would tell myself, here's an audition, as a quick fix, maybe if I just down 8 of these diet pills, it's gonna somehow make me look good by Monday. My body started shaking a lot. I'm sure my heart was kind of messed up. I mean, I don't even like talking about it really, because it is kind of sucky that I went down that road.
At one point, Ronnie considered surgery to lose the weight, but after the premature loss of a family member, Ronnie grew weary of quick fix weight loss tactics.
I didn't have the motivation for a long, long time. I said it, I want to do it. And it was until I actually saw a family member pass away, my Aunt Mary Lou. She struggled with, you know, obesity pretty much her whole life. She had the type 2 diabetes, and she just had a lot of health problems. And eventually, she did lose her life on my birthday, September 5th. When she lost her life, basically, I saw the health risks. I started to see if you really do maybe not take care of yourself, something like that could happen. And losing her was so emotional. I remember doing maybe my first hike, and then in January doing, you know, I had been doing this for a couple months, I started to see those little results. And I remember being at the top of the hill, you know, you're looking out of all of LA, you're on top of the world, and that's when I was like, man, I feel better.
After shedding 100 pounds on his own, Ronnie Jr. decided to up the ante by working with a trainer to improve his athletic abilities.
This is my problem area, let me show you. This gut, it's got, hold on. We've got a lot of loose skin right here, a lot of loose skin. So we're gonna meet this trainer. His name is Lalo Fuentes. Let's go check him out right now.
Bottom line is that you wanna take your body to sweat at least once a day. If you take your body to sweat at least once a day, your metabolism increases, your whole body starts changing. You start seeing, like, you have to see exercise as a play. One day you wanna go hiking, one day, the next day you wanna do bicycle. If you do always the same thing, that's when people call it routine, which I avoid that because you don't want to be into routine.
Although Ronnie Jr.'s regimen is still a work in progress, one thing is clear. He's dedicated to maintaining a healthy lifestyle and keeping the weight off.
I could tell you right now that I will never gain the weight back. Once I was ready to start, that was a new lifestyle. It was completely changed. I have absolutely no fear at all, like zero, that I will gain the weight again.